and welcome to today's session. Today we're going to do some yoga. Let's have a little bit of fun. My invitation to you as we start to practice and as we go through our practice today is just to try something new. I always try and offer you guys some extra fun challenges, and I know sometimes they're a little bit weird, but the more we can push ourselves out of our comfort zone, not a term that I like that much, but the more we do something different, the more we can feel something different, and the more we can push ourselves and grow. Okay, so with that in mind, we're going to get straight into it. We're going to sit in a cross-legged position, and then whichever leg you normally cross in front, you are going to cross your legs the other way. Feels kind of weird. Let's embrace the weird. Okay, take a nice deep breath in. We're going to lift the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Now I want you to make this movement super slow. We're going to tuck chin to chest. Then you're going to let the rest of the body start to curl. As it curls, you're going to start to lean back towards the back of the room. You can use your hands on your knees just to send that body as far back as you can. On your inhale, we're going to roll the shoulders back and down as we lift the chin towards the ceiling, but not all the way skyward, just to about 45 degrees. Exhale as you tuck chin towards chest, and then let that curl through the spine. Feel the shoulder blades open. Feel everything in the backside of the body start to separate and elongate. Then tilt the tailbone forward. Let that curl the bottom part of the spine up through the thoracic. And then the head rises last. Exhale, tuck chin towards chest. Then let the body round as much as you can. And inhale, come back to center. You're going to take your left hand, place it on your right knee. And you're going to twist to about 50% of what you think you can twist. While we're here, I want you to think about your opposite hip. So if you're going over the right hip, we're going to think about sending the left hip down and away to the front corner of the room. So we're creating an extra twist through your pelvis. Take a nice deep breath in, tuck your tailbone, so lift the tailbone up towards the ceiling. You're not actually lifting it up towards the ceiling, but that's the feeling of it. And then exhale, we're going to round through the spine a little bit, sending your hip and knee over to the left side of the room. Take another inhale as you lift through the tailbone. Exhale, we're going to deepen that stretch just a little bit, deepen the twist. And then come back to center. Now change your legs so you sit in the normal way. Oh, what a relief. Weird. Inhale as we lift the crown of the head, and then exhale again. 50% of your twist, trying to send this hip towards the right corner of the room if it's the right side you're working on. Taking a nice deep inhale here as we lift the crown of the head. And then exhale, you're going to tuck the tailbone under, twist just a little bit more. Should be getting some feelings here-ish, as well as into the middle part of your back. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, send those hips and knees towards the front of the room as we twist. Come back to center. We're going to come into a tabletop position, and you're going to take whatever movement feels nice here. Let the head be nice and heavy. Let the hips move however they want to. Quick stretch through the wrists. Let's turn the turn your fingers so that they are outside your mat or facing the outside of your mat, and we're just going to sway side to side. Now, as we move, we're going to take some circles, but I want you to feel that you're putting pressure through the pads of your fingers. So the bit underneath your fingers where your fingers meet your hand. So we're really focusing on feeling every pad of each finger as you're going round, and then go the other way. And the other way again. And then you can turn your hands back forward. We're going to take a couple of rounds of cat-cow, but we're going to sit our hips back towards our heels. So I've got my arms at about a 45-degree angle to my body. My hips are connected to my heels. If this is too much for your ankles, you're going to roll up either your mat or a towel, and you're going to place it either. If your stretch is too intense on your ankles, you're going to pop it under your ankles. If it's your knees that are giving you jip, that's a science word, you're going to stick your towel underneath your thighs just to give you a bit more space. Wherever you are, we're going to tuck the chin towards the chest as we drop the head towards the mat. I want you to press the hands as firmly as you can into the mat, and I want you to feel a stretch under your armpits, so where your shoulder blades and your armpits meet. And then inhale, we're going to tuck tailbone down, lift the tailbone, we're going to lift the tailbone up towards the sky. The chest lifts, the gaze comes forward, not up, just forward. Exhale as you round. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you round. This time as you lift, I want you to roll your shoulder blades back and down. We're still pressing those hands into the mat. Lifting the chest. Dropping those shoulder blades as much as you can. Round the spine. Lift up. Roll those shoulders back and down. And now see if you can bring the mat back towards you. So you're keeping your elbows locked. We're thinking about driving those hands back towards you as you come back to your tabletop position. Okay, we're going to take a down dog from here. So we're going to send the left foot back. We're going to let the right foot join it. Meet me in plank. Press the ground away. Tuck the tailbone under. Feel your ribs and hips start to connect. Take a breath in here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal your dog, so dropping one heel and then the other. Just taking it in turn. When you find stillness in your downward facing dog, maybe you have your knees bent. Maybe you have them straight. Just see how it feels to be here. We're going to hang for a couple of breaths here. Just seeing if we can lift the tailbone up towards the sky. See if you can lengthen through your arms and see if you can find, so I'm going to say some weird stuff. If this doesn't land, don't worry about it. When you're here in your downward facing dog, I want you to imagine that you've got like wheels on the outside of your shoulder blades here. And I want you to find a way of turning those wheels so that if straight forward is north, we're going to try and take them out to south. So from here, you're going to think about those wheels. Think about taking your wheel all the way to south. This will be north. This will be south. So press away, north, and then south. North, and then south. Float the body forward. Exhale to up dog. Wait here in your up dog. I want you to think, I'm asking you to think a lot today. We're trying to connect our body and mind because we want to understand what's going on. If we can understand what's going on, then, and I know I'm rabbiting in this position. I am well aware of that. It's just to distract you. And we want to think about understanding which bits want stretching, which bits hurt, which bits feel a bit icky. And it's hard to find that if you don't spend time just noticing what's going on. So from here, drop the knees down. We're going to widen the knees and then send the body back to child's pose. When you're in your child's pose, we're going to press both hands down into the mat. And again, I want you to think about trying to pull the mat towards you. So the same, you should feel a similar stimulus as you did when we were doing our north-south wheel magic in downward facing dog. You should feel your shoulder blades coming back towards your bum. Not actually, but that's the feeling that I want you to have. Then inhale, come back to your upward facing dog. Exhale, send it back to your child's pose and protract those shoulders. So back to that wheel. Think about pulling the mat towards you. Take an inhale, come forward. Exhale, send it back. Pull the mat towards you. Okay. It should feel like your middle part of your shoulders are kind of on fire now. We're going to take a breath in. You're going to take your left hand and feed it through so that we find this thread the needle position. Take a breath in while you're here. Press the ground away. And now, rather than trying to turn the chest up towards the sky, as we might normally do, I want you to send your right shoulder down towards the mat. So we're trying to take the gaze and the nose towards the mat, and we're trying to take the armpit towards your forearm. You should feel a nice stretch, quite intense stretch through the back of the shoulder blade. Taking an inhale here. Exhale, see if you can turn that body a little bit more towards the mat. Maybe you're relaxing through this forearm. If the stretch is very, very intense, then we're going to release that. Bring both arms back towards the front of the mat. Protract those shoulders one more time. See how it feels on the left side. Then we're going to take the right hand. Same again. Thread the needle all the way through. And then we're going to turn the chest down towards the mat, finding that lengthening through the outside of your shoulder. Again, you can relax through the forearm that's on the mat. If the stretch is very intense, if you want to increase it, you're going to extend that arm, but don't do it at the cost of this happening. So for those of you who are not looking at me at this moment, I'm turning my body up towards the sky. If you start to press the forearm into the mat and your body starts to lift, just ease off. We want to keep that intensity of the body going down towards the mat. Take another breath in here. Exhale, relax everything. Bring both hands back to the mat. We're going to come to a tabletop position. You're going to drop your forearms onto the mat, and then we're going to slide the body back to find a puppy pose. Okay, if you have a block, you may use your block should you wish to. You can place your hands on the side of the block. A book will also work if you have a book handy. And you're just going to drop everything down towards the mat. If you don't have a block handy, it doesn't matter. You can, depending on how your shoulders feel, create that position with your block. That's an imaginary block. Or you can put your hands down on the mat. This can be a little bit intense, especially if you've got super tight shoulders. It feels really, really icky for some people here in the front of their shoulders, which is why this is a little bit more accessible. Just see how it feels to be here. We're going to start to think about dropping the hips, keeping the hips high, dropping the chest down as low as you can. Then take an inhale, we're going to lift up. Exhale, find a high cobra. Take a breath in here as we extend the chest forward, and then exhale, send the body back to your puppy pose. Take a breath in here, and then exhale once again, high cobra. Exhale back to puppy. This is really called puppy, by the way. Sometimes I say things and people are like, what? You've just made that up? Because I do make stuff up sometimes. If I can't remember the name of something, or I have actually made it up, I will make a name up. People are right not to trust me. I mean, you can trust me with your bodies, just don't trust me with the names of stuff. Although sometimes my names are more amusing. And if you can be more amused, that's better. Anyway, in your high cobra, we're going to take a breath in here. You're going to think about pushing the ground away in your high cobra. So I want you to push as much as you can to create this shrug through the shoulders. And then exhale, we're going to let that go. You should feel like your shoulder blades are coming together. Inhale, you're going to push the ground away. Exhale, you're going to let it drop. Inhale, you're going to push the ground away. Exhale, you're going to let it drop. Inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, find child's pose. Roll all the way up. And we're going to take some stretches through the top part of your shoulders before we get into some lovely back bends. Let's get all of the back part of your body working. Okay. So, turn sideways. You don't have to. You're going to interlace the fingers behind you. What I want you to think about is not getting the hands far away from you. What we want is to drive the hands as far down as you can. You should feel a stretch through the top part of your trap into the neck. Oh, and a nice click there if you heard me. We're going to tuck the tailbone under so that we've got a nice closed hip and rib position. And then you're going to drive everything down as we tuck chin towards chest. As you inhale, you're going to take your chin towards the ceiling, but also backwards. So your back of your head's going to the back of the room and your chin's going towards the ceiling. Exhale, let that go. It should be pretty intense. Take it the other way. Oh, that one's not so bad on this side. Come back to center. We're going to change the fingers. Drive everything back down. Take your chin towards your left shoulder and then extend your head away. Should be easier this time. Drop it down. Hair in my mouth. Same again on the other side. Drive those fingers down. Ear to shoulder. Chin towards the sky. And then lift. It's a really nice neck stretch. It stretches your, I'm going to get this wrong, sternocleidomastoids. I hope that's right. I'm pretty sure it's right. Okay, from here, you're going to take both arms out in front and we're going to just counter that stretch. Real quick, just counter, roll the shoulders back and down, and then come back to your tabletop. Which way is best to show you? We're going to come into this tabletop position. We're going to think about our scapula. So we're doing shoulders, upper back, getting everything nice and open today. We want to get this movement going. Okay, what I see quite often when I teach this is this. Okay, so that's part of a press up and not a very good one. So don't do that. I want to lock out my elbows. My arms are going to stay completely straight for the entirety of this particular portion of our session. We're going to think about pushing the ground away like we do in our plank position, and you should see my shoulder blades have suddenly appeared over the top of my shoulders. From here, I want to drop my chest, keeping the arms straight, drop my chest in between my hands, and it should feel like your shoulders are being squeezed together. Like if you had a pencil in between your shoulder blades, if someone tried to take it out, they wouldn't be able to because you're squeezing it that hard. Then we're going to press back up and then let it go. Press back up and then let it go. Press back up. Keep those arms straight, let it go. 2 more. Let it go. Last one. and let it go. Okay. We're going to do something that when I first started yoga, I hated. But now I love it. So, we're going to come back to our puppy position. This is shoulder opening and core. You are welcome. My pleasure. Okay. Hands are going to have to be on the mat if you don't have a block. If you do have a block, you can put your hands on the outsides of the block, and you're going to use that to just press your hands slightly together. From here, we're just going to lift into a downward facing dog. This is called dolphin, but for the purposes of understanding, we're going to call it a downward facing dog with a forearm on the mat. Now you're going to drop down to hover. Inhale, you're going to lift. I want you to think about sending your chest back through your arms. Exhale, you're going to go down and your knees are going to hover, kind of like a bear crawl. Inhale, you're going to pick it up. Maybe you can walk your feet a little bit closer to your hands. Exhale, you're going to drop the knees to hover. Inhale, you're going to pick it back up. Exhale, you're going to drop the knees to hover. Inhale, you're going to pick it back up. We're going to stay here. You're going to think about those pushing and pulling movements on our mat that we've done so far, because we're going to take pulses for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Hold at the end. Hold, hold, hold. Think about your hands. Drive your hands into the mat. Keep pushing your elbows away from your body. Maybe you can take another step a little bit closer. See how it feels to be here. Exhale, drop down. Ooh, shaking out those arms. Ooh, I don't know why I did that. I liked it though. Right, okay, we're going to do that one more time. We might do it 2 more times. Who knows? Right, forearms down. We're going to take those pulses on our knees to start with. So come back, take your knees back as much as you need to. Think about your hands. Drop your chest down towards the mat. We're going to come forward and then go back. Come forward and then go back. One more here and then go back. At your back position, come up onto your feet. We're going to come forward and then go back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Take that step in a little bit closer if it's there for you. End range. You're going to push back for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Keep pushing. Let it go. Woo. Remember that challenge. You can shake out your shoulders. In fact, here you can do that fun thing that I've been doing with everybody in the last week or so, when we do our shoulder rotations. So shoulder rotation 1, just the right shoulder forward, right shoulder back, left shoulder forward, left shoulder back. Keep the left shoulder going back. Turn your right shoulder forward. This is just something fun. And yes, it is fun. Right, now switch. Oh no, I've lost it. Hang on. Okay, that's good. There we go. I don't think I'm doing it. I'm not doing it. That one. That one. There. There we go. Wow. I'm even rubbish at my own game today. It's just been one of those days. Okay. Come back into your dolphin. We're going to take this one last time. You're going to lift your hips up. We're going to come straight into our dolphin pose here. Press the hands into the mat. You're going to pulse back for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Hold, walk forward as much as you can. Keep that chest going back towards your legs. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Oh, and let it go. Very nice. Okay, come down onto your back. If you have a block, you can bring that with you. If you do not have a block, you can bring some cushions or pillows if you want, or you can just come with me and do our bridges just with your body, which is also an absolutely okay thing to do. So we're going to skip the pelvic floor stuff for today because I want you to focus. I know, I'm sorry. I want you to focus on the chest extension and the back bending element of the bridge for today. So, when we are here in our bridge, I do want you, if you've done my practice before, I do want you to engage your pelvic floor, but I'm not going to tell you how to do it. Everybody else, you're not going to worry about it. We're just going to lift into a bridge. From here, if you've got your pelvic floor working, you get extra points. If not, that's absolutely fine. You're going to take your fingers, interlace them, and then you're going to roll your triceps underneath your body. So we're really thinking about lifting our chest up towards the sky, and you're doing that by pushing your feet into the mat and lifting that pelvic floor if you have that. Otherwise, just see how high you can lift your hips. The higher you can lift them, the better. From here, you're going to drop the body down so that your bum comes either wherever your hands are. My arms are really long, so my bum goes to about my wrists. And then we're going to lift back up into that bridge. Exhale, we're going to come down. Inhale, we're going to lift up into that bridge. Exhale, we're going to come all the way down. Now, you can take bridge pose once again. I took my hair out because I don't like to do a bridge with my hair in because I feel like I'm hurting my neck. That was more information than you needed, but you're in my house, so you get all the information that I'm going to give you. Right, we're going to do what used to be called at school crab, but in yoga it's got a much nicer name and it's called wheel. If you want to stay with your bridge, please feel free. If you're coming with me, we're going to put our hands one by one ear, one by the other ear. You want your feet to be in the same position that they were in when you were doing your bridge. To start with, you're just going to come onto the crown of your head. So it's tucked into chest, come onto the crown of your head, and then come down. One more. And come down. This time, we're going to come onto the crown of the head. If being on the crown of your head is as far as you think that you can go today, that is absolutely fine. If going onto the crown of your head, you can just do a little push and you don't move, that's also fine. That is building strength, it's building bodily awareness, and it's challenging you. That I applaud you for. If you're going to come with me, we're going to come onto the crown of the head, and then we're going to push the ground away. Take a nice breath in here. Squeeze those glutes. Push the ground more. And then take the body all the way back down to your mat. You're going to take your feet, one at one side, one at the other side. Knees come to center. You can put your hand on your heart and on your belly, one on each, if that feels nice. If you don't like having your hand on your belly, please feel free to put it somewhere that feels comfortable. Absolutely no judgment. I struggled with having my hand on my belly for years. I can do it now. It's fine. Okay. I'm just going to take some breaths in here. Just let the breath be natural. You don't have to do anything. We're going to take one more set of movements, which is core and back bendy, and I think fun. My version of fun seems to vary from other people's opinion, and I'm okay with that. Okay, so we're going to start in a seated position. You're going to lift both arms up. You're going to roll the body all the way down. You're going to bring the legs with you. They might come to here, that's fine. If you can bring them all the way over, fantastic. Then you're going to take your legs back up. Slowly lower the hips, lower all the way down, let your upper body come with you, and then we're going to go again. Down, hips up, feet over, roll down, hands up, we reach. Down, hips up, all the way over if you can. Take it back. Arms up. This time, forward fold. Let everything be nice and heavy. Take a nice breath in here. As you sit up, we're going to bring the right leg, cross it over the left, and just take a simple twist here. Come back to center. Take a simple twist the other way. Finding your way. If you would like to find a Shavasana, please feel free. Otherwise, I am going to leave you today with, as always, my hope that the rest of your day is filled with magic and sunshine and things that taste nice and things that smell lovely and things that bring you joy and wonderful, excellent, lovely things in your life. Until I see you on the next session, sending lots of love.